Living Lightning support will bring to life living sparks of energy. Elemental minions that zap through packs of enemies with speed and ease. Use these alongside your spellcasting to augment your pack clearing abilities, or find whatever means possible to cover the world in living sparks of ruin.
With the gem information for Living Lightning support, we can actually make a build, so let's take a look. Living Lightning support is trigger summon Living Lightning when a supported skill deals lightning damage with a hit. This means that any skill seems to be able to trigger this, and the only condition is that it deals lightning damage. Which means that basically we can use everything, which opens up a lot of fun interactions. Then let's take a look. Summon Living Lightning. Minion convert 100% of physical damage to lightning damage. Base duration is 5 seconds. Maximum 8 Living Lightning minions. Summon 1 Living Lightning minion per hit, basically. Living Lightning minions attack 5 times before dissipating. The skill triggered when a supported skill that deals lightning damage with a hit. Just means that it's triggered, and minion skills chain 3 times. Then it does have 20 quality, which seems to either be duration, more attacks before dissipating, chain, or maximum Living Lightnings. I do think it's either maximum attacks or chains, and most likely chains. Like, we don't know which one it is yet, but chains to me just make the most sense because it's like the thing that I would give the quality, basically. It could also be more attacks, but I'm not sure. Then one thing that is very interesting to this is the Living Lightning minion attacks 5 times before dissipating. The question is, does this multiply by multi-strike? Because stuff like this sometimes is not removed with multi-strike. So we kinda don't know yet. But if it's working with multi-strike, this would be 15 hits, which is kinda cool. So a lot of opportunities there to go with. So I was taking some inspiration from basically Holy Relic Guardians, which are pretty good. But one thing I have to say about the skill is the problem is it is... Wait. Oh, it's... Okay, no, I don't think we can give it bonus levels any realistic way aside from Dialis, maybe? Or this is interesting. Maybe you can. I just realized does it spell tech maybe, but I don't think so. It shouldn't work because it's a support gem and not a skill gem. So it's very difficult to get extra levels on it, and you have 1 less support gem. So basically you're running a 5-link minion that cannot scale a lot of gem levels, which kinda disturbing when you just think about it. Like, doesn't sound good, but it does have 100% physical damage to lightning, so we can utilize a lot of auras, a lot of buffs, a lot of fun interactions. And I created a PoB for it. That is just a very, very rough idea. And kind of me in this PoB, we are running the Scourge and we are running Flicker Strike to go full meme with a replica Farud's with some items. Like I've put some items together that are not as easy on League Start, but that are goals for the character to test out, basically. So this is not day 2 gear, and we're playing in a private league, so I have these probably by the end of week 1 maybe. Defensive Destiny is a bit more difficult. Replica Farud's shouldn't be that difficult if we have 2 heist runners. Swollen is fairly achievable if we don't need multiple, but we'll see. But generally later on I would use a rare weapon and probably not run Flicker Strike, but Flicker Strike really seems pretty fun and I want to test it out, so that's basically what I'm going for. But obviously I cannot start with Flicker Strike. I need either a normal Farud's or replica Farud's before, so we'll need... I run with either Cyclone or the... how it's called? I forgot. Wait, I have a PoB somewhere. A friend sent me who was building someone in the same direction. They're up there. Static Strike. So basically, I probably just want to use Static Strike then. Actually, it's interesting. But yeah. Yeah, but Static Strike could be a very usable League Start option. if you just want to hit once and then run through packs. Otherwise, or lightning could be very, very good. I thought about Herald of Thunder, but that brings some problems with it. So there are a lot of options to trigger this. The easiest probably is just going with Dancing Steel and have just some added lightning damage somewhere on your gear. Like gloves with lightning damage, or just one jewel with added lightning or something in that direction, and use Dancing Steel of Spraying. Probably the easiest and quickest way to always have it up. But to be a bit more meta, we can do all kinds of stuff. But Land 60 of Spraying is pretty damn good, so it will probably the best variant, but we have a lot of options. So Flicker Strike might be a very fun one. I just played around with some items here. Like nothing crazy, just attack speed, damage, life is basically what I have here. Then life and resistances, just to have a basic idea of how the defense of the char will look in the end. Then we have about 20 skill points left. We have not put any cluster jewels in there. These would later on be 12 slot minion cluster jewels. We could cut the tree here for a third 12 minion cluster jewel. We could cut some stuff here if we have a small block cluster. So there are a lot of options. Let's go Spiritual Command and Spiritual Aid. But actually, we don't need Spiritual Aid. I'm stupid. We don't need. Okay, so Spiritual Aid, Spiritual Command. Why did I have that? That doesn't make... Especially with this Scourge. Again, ow, stupid as shit. Whatever! So this is basically the base idea of the tree. You would have Radiant Crusade and Unwavering Crusade, which would be very, very good. The Sentinel basically crushes the campaign alone and gives a lot of options for crushing yellow and red maps, and basically we just need to give some additional clear with the with the lightnings, and then go probably with 2 single target breach grafts skills. Then we have Time of Need for the beginning, and later on I want to... Can't find my stuff. This, not this. We want either the Katarina bloodline with Umbral Army, with Phantasms and Specters, and Death Offering. Death Offering. Bad with... But the meme idea would be the Farul bloodline anyways, with Primal War and Hunt Leader probably. Some reason to have more minions, I don't know, but it would be fun. Basically our Tiger and Living Lightning something zoo with, I don't know. But that's the base idea, something in that direction, because the Guardian really lacks good last nodes. We could use Radiant Faith, we could use Bastion of Hope to cap the block. I don't know, I don't want to use them, so we're going kind of meme there, then just like capping block and stuff and going for damage through the clusters probably. So that's the base idea of the character. I will be live streaming on Friday on League Start, so if you're interested in how this is going, feel free to drop by. I'll drop a link in the video description to my stream, and yeah, that's the idea. I'll also put a link to the build. And as I said, this is kind of a meme variant with the Scourge, and later on we'll use a different weapon and probably not Flicker Strike, but we'll see, we'll see. Honestly, the only reason I'm using the Claw is for the paint build, but yeah. That's all I had to say for this, so thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.